know why it's doing this. I set it so the sound... I guess I need to restart, but... Let's see. Okay. See if I can find my way around. I haven't played this in a while. I just went to the same place I came from on accident. Whoops. So, this is a really old MMO called Asheron's Call. This was the majority of my formative years. I played this when it came out in 2001. It started in beta in 1999, but I didn't hear about it until a little bit later. But yeah, I played the shit out of this game when I was a kid. It's pretty dated as far as a lot of the things that you would find convenient in conventional modern MMOs. Lots of subtle stuff. But they've done a couple things in the past, well, a couple years ago, where they streamlined a lot of things to make it a little bit more playable. It sort of is like Morrowind. It's like the combat is a lot different from Morrowind or any Elder Scrolls game, but like it plays sort of like Morrowind, and a lot of the like areas and stuff are reminiscent of some of the areas in Morrowind. I actually trying to see if I have a weapon that's actually good. It's sort of like a mix between Morrowind and old RuneScape. So what I'm doing right now is buffing. And this is like probably the worst thing about Asheron's Call. Because you kind of have to do this every 3 hours. It used to be every 30 minutes, but they buffed it. They buffed the buffs over the years. So yeah, this is just something you kind of have to deal with. Because it helps you fight things that are considerably higher level than you are, which by extension makes it a lot easier to level up and maneuver through the game. This is really classic buffing. You have to do so. These on the right are the buffs that are being added, and to the right of those are the duration of the buffs. So some of these are 2 hours, some of these are 3 hours. There's a really complicated system for why some of these have like lower duration than the other ones. There's some in-game quests called like augmentation gems or something like that, and you have to spend a whole ton of experience to increase the duration of your buffs and stuff like that. So this person increased the duration of their item buffs, but not their creature life and other buffs. Magic in this game is split into a bunch of different like schools, I guess you would call them, but they're really just like separate skills. So you have you have one skill for buffing items, you have a skill for buffing people, creature, enchantment. You have one for I guess it's like you kind of like buff and debuff everything. It's called life magic. That's what the big crystal things that come up are. They are like resistances to different elements. And there's also like offensive magic called war and void magic. And summoning, which I have not delved into because that came about like right after I stopped playing, so it's very involved. There's lots of different builds and things. Like as you can see, there's like 100 skills, and they all go together in different ways. So this character for now is a two-handed weapons character because it was easy. So I'm trying to figure out what level or what kind of stuff I can kill at this level. I think Tuskers, which are horrifying apes. These are other players, by the way. This game surprisingly has like a decent player base, like a couple thousand per server. I forgot how to check who's online at the moment, but I think this is like prime time right now, which is, you know, the amount of people in town for a game this old is actually pretty impressive. There's probably like 100 different towns, but most of them are abandoned by the player base. Let's see. Right now I'm just trying to find somewhere that I can X2 combo. I'm just trying to find somewhere that I can level up. I actually kind of forgot where the big level up places are for this particular level. These are Ulthoi. I think these are... this. Those are too high for me right now. So I'm going to fight some Tuskers. They're very loud, and they are very plenteous. There's like a ton of them. They just bum rush you. They're super intimidating if you like haven't played this game before, but they're a really good experience. Because there's just so many of them, and they'll just like bombard you. Yeah, those literally are a little bit above my skill level. Yep. So already I'm encountering some problems where my key bindings are not what I need them to be. Why am I taking so much damage? Very confused. So this is the combat. This is actually pretty boring. Melee combat's not the most exciting. Ranged combat's kind of good, and then like spells are really where it gets convoluted, and like there's a lot of room for creativity, I guess you would call it. I'm trying to change my key bindings on the fly, and that's obviously a little hard to do that when you have a bunch of monkeys attacking you. Oh god. I'm getting pushed around by lag. So the cool thing about two-handed weapons is that my particular weapon cleaves. So I'm hitting this one that I'm actually targeting, and the two on the left and right at the same time. Okay. Camera control is really fucky in this game too. It takes some getting used to. Cause you have to control everything with a numpad. There is no like mouse look in this game, like there would be in WoW. things are doing actually like a pretty significant amount of damage to me. Getting crit a lot. I can really tell this game really doesn't like OBS because it's lagging a lot more than it really needs to be. Yeah, I don't know why that is. It's just kind of not responsive when I like try and load new items for some reason. So that's kind of a lot of what this game is about, is just like killing things, looking at their bodies, and then resuming killing things. There are some quests in this game, but most of them are like really, really high level. A lot of the content in this game is reserved for people that have played this game for like 14 years. And I haven't really played this game for that long because I went to WoW in like 2007, so. Oh god, am I dead? I'm getting like clobbered by these things. The camera in this game is a lot like trying to control Lackey 2 and Super Mario 64. It's a skill. Oh fuck. I don't have any. So the yellow is my stamina. I'm like totally out of stamina. And that makes it really hard to heal. That makes it so hard to heal that I can't actually heal myself right now. Okay. What did I do? Okay. We're good. We're good. I think. Dying is pretty bad in this game. If you die, it's pretty hard to get your stuff back most of the time without help. You drop a corpse and like you will drop your, like, depending on your level, you'll drop like some of the most valuable items you have. I think right now I dropped like the 5 most valuable things I have in my inventory. I have a couple death items though, so it's death items are like just junk items that just happen to be like really, really valuable. And most players have like an entire bag just dedicated to crap that they wouldn't mind losing if they fell down dead. I am getting absolutely destroyed and I have no idea why. One interesting thing that they added to Melee in this game, I think only 2 years ago, actually, was a skill called Dirty Fighting. And depending on where you hit the enemy, like high, medium, or low, it'll actually trigger a proc. So I think medium is like a damage over time thing. Low will take their armor away, I believe, and then I'm not sure what high does. Apparently it blinds them and makes it so they hit for less damage or something like that. Yeah, I played a lot of MMOs in the early 2000s, and I honestly kind of miss it because it made dying like actually like a problem, like an issue. Because in WoW, it doesn't really matter if you die. It's just like a mild inconvenience. In this game, it's like, holy shit, am I gonna lose like an item that I worked for a month to get? Am I gonna, gonna have to ask this like really high level person to come fish my body out of a cave? It like makes death like a consequence and not really just an inconvenience. Oh, gross. There actually is a transmogging kind of thing in this game. Again, it was one of the recent things to catch up with older MMOs, or like try and establish a facade that they were catching up with other MMOs. It's really wonky. I never really figured out exactly how it worked, but you can like take pieces, like certain pieces of different armors, and like layer them over different armors, and it costs a lot of money. But I don't know, some people like all my armor is like the equivalent of transmogging in this game. Somebody actually did that for me. I had no idea who that person is, like kind of just like abandoned them. Yeah, clown suits. Actually, it's like most of the armor in this game kind of goes well together. You can usually find something that matches. A lot of it's just like totally random. Like no two armor pieces usually look the same. But yeah, most of like it'll still work usually, unless you're colorblind. God, I almost died. So my DOT is actually putting in work, like those those red sprinkles, I guess, that like appear on the Tuskers, like those are the DOT doing work. Okay, please. Oh, I'm gonna die. I died. So sometimes I was like trying to heal myself, like I have a healing kit, and sometimes it just doesn't work. That kind of sucks. Again, it's not like a huge problem, but it's really it's really shitty because I have to rebuff and then go back into the dungeon. Yeah, rebuffing isn't fun, especially if you're kind of a weak character. Or if you haven't played in 2 years. Are you ready, kids? Just this again. So I'm gonna turn the sound off because I don't want to hear that. But part of me doesn't even want to go back to get my body, but I probably should. At least this game, despite having an annoying death mechanic, isn't like another MMO called Dark Age of Camelot, where you not only suffer durability loss on all of your items, which in Dark Age of Camelot's like a really shitty thing, you also lose 5% of your constitution and you have to pay to get it back. And you lose like, I think it's like almost 25% of your experience. And I think at one point it could actually de-level you. Like if you were level 40, it would turn you to level 39 if you were low enough. And yeah, that's the most annoying because you're actually losing progress if you die. I don't think that's really a good mechanic for dying in a video game. Because it doesn't teach you anything, it just says don't die next time. But in this game, I think it's much more reasonable because at least, like, it kind of engages you to try and, like, go on a reconnaissance run to get your stuff back. And it also teaches you not to go into areas that you can't quite make it in yet. Because a lot of the time, people way back when would just, like, run through, like, these really hard dungeons and stuff. And they just, like, die and there wouldn't be like a real big issue. But then they introduced the loot dropping thing and it became kind of problematic because if you're running through this really tough dungeon and you had like really good like running skills but you had no combat skills, it was really crappy when you had to stop and get your stuff because you just die again and lose even more stuff. Yeah, I mean, not very, not very soon after release, but or not very shortly after release, but yeah. Yeah, people just like level run and melee defense, and that's it. And they'll just run through dungeons and complete quests that way. I think there was like a different kind of detriment to dying, but it wasn't really quite as bad as losing your equipment. Okay. Uh, oh god. Oh shit, I forgot. I forgot it says I'm still playing Warframe. Yeah, Warframe looks a little different than it used to. But yeah, they wanted me to make it a little bit more stylized to make it stand out from the crowd. Oh, found my body. No, 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 that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. So this is pretty much how you play this game. You just get into a corner with your back against the wall, and you just slice at them until they no longer exist. Yeah, it was too complicated. Uh... There is some very strange lag happening. Oh, I leveled up. That's what the glowy circles were. Usually it makes a noise, but for some reason it didn't make that noise. Uh oh. So this is going a lot more smoothly than it did before. Mostly because I don't have like 3 or 4 of them wailing on me at the same time. How is Utopia, Sam? That's good. Can't wait to see it with you. Oh, I didn't realize Nick Valentine was in Zootopia. I honestly don't know a single thing about that movie. I haven't watched any of the trailers, I just have seen, like, the GIFs and stuff. Okay, I should loot my body. I'll be right back. Have you ever kicked a cow to death? Like gently kicked a cow to death. uh, so this is my house. You can have houses in this game. It's just a cottage because I don't play enough to have a like actually good house. Um, game's going fine. There's a lot of players actually. Like considering, considering the game is not being updated anymore, and it's 15, 16 years old, so it's going pretty well. I'm on like actually like the third or fourth most populated server, and there's usually a pretty decent amount of people that play it, so the chat's always active and things like that. This is Leaf Call. I used to play on Thistledown, and then I stopped playing on Thistledown and went to Frostfell, and then left Frostfell because everyone there was dicks, and then I went to Leaf Call. I never played on Darktide, even though that's where the majority of the players that I think are still active, they play on Darktide. But yeah, that's a fun game. It's fun if you played it. It's kind of hard to get a handle on a lot of the weird controls if you haven't ever played it before. Levers. Not sure if I remember levers. Yeah, I was reading a little bit about it just now. I have never even heard of that. I've never played on Darktide. My stepbrother did, but I never played on it. Yeah, I've always been on Care Bear servers. Mm-hmm. I just remember a lot of the guilds or monarchies on Darktide were like super competitive. Like Monsieur Blood was like the biggest one. Um, oh gosh, what are some of the other names? It's like OG Mage or something like that. I don't know. But they were like super cutthroat and stuff. This is a two-handed combat character. I kind of didn't really give a shit about what I made the skills. I want to go back and respec to maybe Void or crossbow or missile. Yeah, I just remember blood. Because that was like the monarchy that everybody wanted to get in, was the blood monarchy. I'm not really serious about this game anymore. I used to like really be into it, and I wow, World of Warcraft came along and I kind of stopped caring about it. But I still like casually like come back and kill Tuskers and stuff occasionally. Yeah, somebody actually gave this to me. I think I got like a couple of the pieces. Oh, really? That's funny. That's funny that you would search for it now, because this is the first time I've streamed it, and it was just kind of like a showcase to friends. Yeah, but sorry, I'm not super serious about this game. I know a couple of YouTubers that still play and like make VODs of it, but yeah, this isn't really my game. I just like going back to it every now and then. I I can't believe you were 3 when this game came out. Great. Oh, really? Were you damn. I was I remember seeing screenshots of the beta, but I never played it during the beta. I didn't start playing until like 2001. I think the beta was 1999, like very, very late 1999, and then it launched in 2000, I want to say, like November of 2000. Where's Navy's, huh? The time that I played the most, the time that I played the most was Martine, like the Martine events where you would come into the subway and like murder everyone. And I just like always wanted him to give me a quiddity ingot. I remember that like very specifically. I just wanted a fucking quiddity ingot, and he never gave me one. Where is Navisa? That's Teth. You're making me feel really old, and I'm not that old. Where is the? Oh, there it is. probably like one of my favorite towns in the entire game. Melee. Yeah. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Melee is huge on Dark Tide. Really, Asheron's Call, for people that played Asheron's Call, is just nostalgia. That's all the game really is. I mean, there are still a lot of people that play it as like their only game, but for me, it's just kind of reminiscing because this was my childhood. This was like I grew up in these towns. Heavy in tow and Algelima, Lytlethorpe, Holtberg. What do you mean explain it? Explain it? Oh yeah, right. Do you remember near Calabar that there was like a Lugian cave or Lutian cave, and people would just sit behind like a hidden wall and just like drain, like help drain the Lugians until they died, and that was like how everybody just leveled up, and nobody questioned it. It's just like sit in the fucking Lugian cave and just life drain the Lugians until they died. I don't know what this is. Oh, s'mores one. It's not really about anything. There's over the years there have been like 20 to 30 different story arcs. Um, yeah. I mean, I'm not really doing much of anything right now, but yeah, arcade is pretty much where I would go to level. I'm only level 36. I have on either Thistledown or Frostfell, I have like a level 150 character, but I couldn't get past Eaters. Like they just slaughter me because my melee defense isn't high enough. But I can go to arcade. I was actually trying to kill Tuskers earlier, but I didn't do a very good job. Yeah, 150 is about the highest I've ever gotten in this game. Hi, Maya. You should really talk to Amber. She's worried about you. Uh, I don't have macros. I don't even have decal installed right now. I actually forgot how to navigate this place. I know you're not actually supposed to go this way. I remember wasting so many countless hours just farming the gardener pincers. And gosh, I always have memories like right outside Greenspire, just like waiting for an event to happen, like when Dark Majesty like first came out. Like, holy cow. I don't think I was excited for an expansion as much as I was Dark Majesty or Shrouded Isles for Dark Age of Camelot. Those were like the two biggest expansions for me as a kid. I loved those games. Yeah. And then Throne of Destiny was like, whatever. The game was like dying by the time Throne of Destiny came out. Where am I going? Ah, wow, I keep getting turned around. Sure, Maya, what's your game? Oh gosh. I wish I had a caster character. I still remember how to do that. Slide casting was so confusing. I actually remember like introducing some new people to this game one time, and yeah, teaching them like why you want to slide cast and how to do it was kind of a nightmare because they're like, why? What's the point of this? Why would I never need to use this skill? I don't think I have a mage character on the server though. I would have to log on to Frostfell. Where am I going? Holy crap, I need to look up a map or something. I'm so confused. Alright, that's it. I'm looking up a map for Roleplay Arcade. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm fully buffed. I'm not really too worried about drones. Like, if I was in Ultimate Arcade Central, I'd probably be a little worried. I have no idea. I haven't heard that problem before. Avernum 3, I have never heard of that game. I'll check it out though. Oh man, MUDs. I'm too young for MUDs actually. Or like, that was just barely when I was getting into video games. Was like the heyday of MUDs. Gosh, no, I never macroed because I was worried I would get like accosted by an admin or something. Did you ever play Darkfall, Dalaric? like original Darkfall before the reboot. Oh no, I think you meant. I think you thought I said Dark Tide, but Darkfall was a game sort of like Asheron's Call around the same time. It had really crazy PvP. Lots of dark games, Dark Age of Camelot, Darkfall. Asheron's Call, Dark Majesty. Yeah. A lot of the people that were like big in Asheron's Call played Darkfall when it was the original Darkfall, not like the rebooted Darkfall. Yeah, not Dark Tide. Oh gosh. Dark Age of Camelot is the game. I never really got like super big into that game, but I played a lot of it. It's sort of like Asheron's Call. I really, really enjoyed the PvP, like Dodronki. Played a ton of Dodronki. I just spend the day leveling up a character to 20, then just go to Dodronki with it, and then delete the character later. I just wanted to try like every different class at least once. Oh man. So Vernim 3, is this like a really old game? Oh my gosh, it looks like Unreal World. Or Diablo 1. I feel like I played this game. It looks like Baldur's Gate or something. ...2002. Darn it, can't fuck the Lizard King. What a shame. I think I still have... I had my Asheron's Call like original box somewhere, and it like came with a AOL demo disc. Oh great. Yeah, I will do that with Lyric. Thanks. That was fun. I'm about to stop streaming because I've been streaming for 6 hours now. Getting a little tired. Oh yeah, the map. I wish I still had it. I have no idea what happened to it. I think about that map every day. But I really have no idea where the map went. No, I haven't been streaming this game for 6 hours. This is like kind of a variety stream. I only started streaming this game at like 10:30 Eastern, so I've been streaming this Asheron's Call for like an hour and a half. Oh, thank you, Thar. I mostly play Warframe. I'm not sure how much you care about Warframe or Dota 2. I also more seriously play World of Warcraft and a couple other things. But Dead Space. Lily is big into Dead Space, but I've never played it. Oh, cool. Well, I play on I play on Emerald Dream and Worm Rest Accord, so that's okay. Some people just have bad taste. Why are you testing my patience, Sam? Yeah, I played since Vanilla 2. I actually left Dark Age of Camelot, and Asheron's called him go play WoW, basically. Don't regret it. I played the Undead Alpha, and that was something else, because you could just go to like Goldshire and just curse out the Alliance as an undead, because you still were able to speak common for some reason. I remember like in like 2002 they launched the preview site for World of Warcraft, and it was like, gosh, this is amazing. Like, this game looks nothing like anything I've ever seen before. And it had like all my favorite characters from Warcraft 3, and I was like, oh, I was like so excited. And then it came out, and it was just like, the first day I played it was just horrendous lag. I was like, this is the game I'm gonna play for the next 20 years of my life. I don't think I ever played the Oh, the pre-event for Wrath of the Lich King. No, I never played that. Or at least I like kind of ignored it. I don't know. I do remember it though. don't know, maybe my childhood wonder is gone, but I just haven't been excited about a game like I was when World of Warcraft was coming out. I think the last time I got like super excited about a game was Team Fortress 2 or gosh, I don't know. I was really excited about Elder Scrolls Online when it came out, and then that turned out to be a huge disappointment. Yeah, I guess like Diablo 3 I was really interested in. That's pretty much it. ESO is very interesting, but it doesn't really have much substance. It's weird. It's just a weird game. Yeah. It really felt like a really watered down main quest. With name drops like Manamarco and Tiberius Septim, like it's just trying to find something in this lore that's like actually accessible to people, because the lore in Elder Scrolls Online is just like so far removed from anything in Skyrim or Oblivion or Morrowind, because it's just like thousands of years in the past. So it's like they just try to find any scrap of things that the players can like latch onto. So they just picked Manamarco for some reason, who was a really minor character in Morrowind, in Oblivion. I feel like Elder Scrolls Online was too safe, because they didn't want to make a story that came after Skyrim, because that would anger like so many people. if if that lore was like locked behind a paywall, which was initially what Elder Scrolls Online was a pay to play game. Um, so they decided to do the safe route and just use totally untapped lore, and it just ended up being really boring. Yeah. What is going on here? What is going on here? There's so many people here, or bots at least. Well, it's fun like reminiscing with you both. It's I wasn't expecting like actually the people that actually played this game to find the stream, but what what guy can buy things with the stipends? I have so many stipends. I have 55 stipends. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night because I've been streaming for a really long time. But yeah, I know about stipends. But yeah, that was fun talking to all of you. Um, if you haven't already, be sure to follow if you want. Um, but I'll be back tomorrow for a music stream. Low commentary, high, shitty music. But, good night.